I would like to welcome you all here today to the beautiful Merrydale Manor on this very special occasion, the day of their marriage.
My name's Michael Earlham and I'd like to take this opportunity to take you on tour of our wedding venue, Merrydale Manor.
It's here, it's real. Here in this magnificent setting, all of your dreams, all of them, have certainly come true.
I get a lot of satisfaction out of this business. And the reason being is because they come with a smile on the face and they're leaving with a smile on the face. And I love coming in the following morning as they're leaving when they've had just catch the eye of the groom or the bride and they'll say to me, Mike, that was absolutely fantastic. Your venue's first class, your staff are first class. It's exactly what we dreamt about. And that, to me, is mission accomplished. What I love about the wedding venue, in my heart, is the fact that it was our family home. And I think what's great about that is that we have a lot of great memories here, you know, bringing our daughter up in this beautiful setting. We have got a hidden gem. That's how we felt when we bought the property. It was derelict and it needed a lot of love and care and attention to put it back where it needed to be.
We had a holiday home in those days. It was a caravan. We've moved up in the world since then.
I've lived in the village all my life, along with my father. Obviously was here for, I think he was about 16 when he moved into the village with his family. They were market gardeners, they were milkmen, you know, they've grafted, they've worked hard. So to achieve what we've achieved in life was, you know, far above our dreams, and you know, we value that, and we're not going to let it go any other way, but just keep doing what we're doing. Merrydale, I came past it every day on the school bus. I used to look over the hedge and think to myself, wow, you know, what they're doing over there. Because say before, it was a farm for quite a number of years, and different families were living here. Obviously, David bought Colchester on the same day as we bought Merrydale. It was all one estate, and it was a massive thing for the family because the setting, the property, the potential that this place had. I knew if we could fund it over the years, and you know, it was going to be a dream for us. As time went on, obviously, you know, we're all getting no younger, and I was probably looking at a stage where I was looking what we're going to do with our lives, and I really felt that if we could do something that we could work with Hattie with, would be great. David had obviously done that at Colchester, which was a success story. And David said at the time, he said, I honestly feel that with the amount of weddings that we're doing at Colchester and the amount I'm turning round and saying, sorry guys, we've not got the available date that you're after, there is an opportunity there. And I felt from my perspective and my wife's perspective, if we could do something together, and David was all for this, that it would be great for both families to work together again.
I'll firstly begin by welcoming you all here today to celebrate this special occasion. Because as many of you know, getting here today has been an absolute roller coaster.
You know, thinking about weddings when we bought Merrydale and Colchester was never on the radar. But it's incredible really to see that where it's come from to what it is today. Even the families that used to live here years ago have been down the drive, come down and said absolute credit to you and the family for what's been achieved there. Coming down that drive, it's special. And everyone, whether it's friends, whether it was a postman, doesn't matter, would say, wow guys, this is a lovely spot. A lot of the people know before they come down that drive, if it's as good as it looks as on the pictures, And a lot of them say, to be fair, your pictures don't do it justice, that we're on a winner.
I've been thinking now for weeks, months, what to say. This is like really overwhelming, better than I could have ever imagined.
So the bride's arriving from normally about 11 o'clock and they pull up at the front, and just being mindful that obviously the bride's seen the sight, but not a lot of the bridesmaids and probably a lot of close family haven't. When you open that front door, you see the big hallway itself, and that leads then straight on, double doors again, straight into the main makeup suite. It's quite breathtaking, to be fair, when you see that. And you can see that on the faces again, those expressions are, wow, this is beautiful. Because there's a lot of history, like I say, at Merrydale. Got this lovely, light, bright feel to it. And 6 stations, so there's plenty of room. Plenty of like full-length mirrors in there, and it's just a great, great space. The bride's getting ready in the morning. You might have dad there, you might have a few younger children and that, and they'll go in for a minute or two and then thinking, what do we do now? When they can just drift into the kitchen, get themselves a brew, get themselves a glass of champagne, watch a bit of telly, sit on the settee, and mum or the bride can hear in the background the young children watching telly at ease, enjoying themselves, having the laughs. That's what it's all about. Family are together. We have our own groom's room. It's Space Invaders football games, barbers' chairs, changing rooms. It's got all the mod cons for them, which they love. The groom's room is situated to the right of the ceremony room, so there's no chance of the bride seeing the groom beforehand, before they get married. So that's obviously important. And they're getting there from about 12 o'clock and getting ready. Obviously there comes the time when they're going to put the dress on, so they need to go to a nice room, which we have the master suite up there, the autumn room, which is fantastic for that. The ceremony room itself, obviously a timber frame building. We've had stables there in the past, so it was giving that sort of feel again to what we had. And to be honest, it works great because it's so different than the main suite itself, where you've got more of this modern, shiny lights, lovely setting sort of thing in there, where in the ceremony room itself it's quite, a lot of oak beams about and, beautiful views over the parkland at the back, which is a lovely backdrop with a baby grand piano and that. Weddings, most of them we probably do are between about 80 and 120. We've done as low as 40 and we've done up to 200 people on site. So it's great flexible space.
You'd like to make your way to the ceremony.
You can do what you want with it. Some people go for it. Some people are very much more low-key with it. But it works every time, it works. So I think the experience of when the guests come and sit down, they feel this has been done to their taste, to their couple's taste, and that's what is so special about that space.
My heart is going boom, 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 boom. I can feel it going boom, 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 boom.
So I think one of the best shots of the day is when the bride's coming down the sweeping staircase and you've got the lovely big mirror and the backdrop of the large chandelier and the bridesmaids all looking up at the bride, and you might have the father stepdad, whoever it may be, giving the bride away. And it's very, very rare. You don't see a little glint of a tear in the eye.
Make me cry. I can't make you cry.
The bride gets collected at the front of the manor house and taken round to the ceremony room, like I say again, past the lake and the fountain, which is a lovely backdrop. And then that's where it all starts then, really. The girls, the wedding coordinators, we always have 2 on site at all times, working alongside the bride and just making her feel relaxed and getting the dress 100% ready to go up that aisle.
I am filled with wonderings, questions and doubts, but of one thing I am certain. It will always be you that gives flight to the butterflies inside one another, calm to the sea that you have become, and hope to any darkness that may appear. It is you, and it has always been you. You didn't fall in love, you walked into love, eyes wide open, choosing to take every step along the way. I do believe in fate and destiny, but I also believe that we're only fated to do the things that we choose anyway. And you would choose each other in 100 lifetimes, in 100 worlds, and in any version of reality, as fate lies not within the stars, but within ourselves.
So it therefore gives me the very greatest pleasure to say, you are now husband and wife. You may now kiss your bride. Look at one another and remember this moment. Before this moment, you have been many things to each other. Acquaintance, friend, companion, lover. Not sure about dancing partner, but possibly. Even teacher, because you have learnt many, many things from each other over the last few years. Today, you have said some words that have taken you across a threshold of life, and things will never be quite the same again. Because after today, you can say to the world, this is my husband, and this is my wife.
So they come out of the ceremony room, obviously a lot of natural light coming in and what have you, and when they come out of the ceremony room, the Toastmaster then has obviously got everyone set up for the confetti shot, which is great because it's just, you know, a lovely backdrop with the fountain, with the lake. They'll come from, you know, obviously from the confetti shot then and having pictures from down the lake and the jetty and what have you. They'll make their way down the side of the ceremony room, through the lovely arch, onto the back garden. What's lovely about the back gardens, it's all south facing. So if we are experiencing a nice summer's day, they'll get the sun.
Just give each other a squeeze, give each other.
have a great balcony off one of the major bedrooms at the back, which is fantastic for the bouquet shot. We can adapt accordingly. And some people say, no, we put a little bit of a teepee up for the children. We have garden games, your big Connect Fours, your Jengas, all that sort of thing. My experience of a Toastmaster is one of them guys that you wouldn't want to be without. I think they add a lot of value to what we do here and giving direction throughout the day, keeping an eye on the times, making sure that people have just, you see him in the red coat, we'll ask him the question. Because he's got our eyes and ears, he's making sure that the day's running smoothly, he's working close with our suppliers that are on site, and I just think, you know, it's something that we offer as a business and we wouldn't want to be without. We've got a great team, we've got Stefan who has a great team around him, and it works great. And what does work great about those guys is the attitude, the professionalism of them. They want it right. The bar area itself, lovely space again. Quite a bit of soft seating in there, so for any of the older ones or anyone just wants to take a bit of time out to have a chat. I found the bar lounge area works very well. Like I say, there's a lot of natural glass that you can look through to see what's going on everywhere, so you don't feel like you're in another room shut away from the rest of the family. Merrydale itself, obviously, like what we've talked about before, fantastic setting. But just outside the immediate grounds, when I say grounds, the gardens, that we have fantastic parklands. We have some beautiful gates that take you onto those parklands.
This is no ordinary wedding. Extraordinary. In the words of Buzz Lightyear, to infinity and beyond.
The way we've operated with the parkland that we've got surrounded around Merrydale itself, a local farmer puts all their sheep on for us throughout the year, and that works really well because it's a backdrop, it keeps it nice, it keeps it tidy, and yeah, lovely. So if the bride and groom do just want to walk onto the parkland and have a couple of shots under the oak trees and what have you, it's not a problem.
I'd like to say a massive thank you to both sets of parents for all of your guidance and support whilst we've been planning the wedding over the past few years. When I say guidance and support, what I mean is, thank you for transferring money to us whenever we've mentioned that another wedding supplier needed paying. We wouldn't be lucky enough to be getting married in such a lovely venue, surrounded by our closest friends and family without everything you've done for us.
When people are in the lounge bar area and the curtains are drawn back and the family and friends are all there, you can decorate that room in so many ways. But they decorated it the way they wanted it with our suppliers. That is a real wow factor for the bride and groom.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome to Merrydale Manor. Do you know what we're going to do now? We're going to make the loudest noise that this room has ever heard. Aren't we? Aren't we?
suppliers. We have our recommended list that we share with them, and that is important because at the end of the day, that's what pulls all this together. From a photographer's perspective, walking out onto those grounds, knowing we go through this gate, go through that gate, under that oak tree, those little quirky shots at different times of the day when the sun may be setting, we need to get out onto that lake, we need to get out onto that jetty and get that special shot that you need people who have been here a few times to experience that and understand how it flows. And that is key, and that's why we have a preferred supplier list that we know and love. Staff that we've got are passionate, the suppliers we've got are passionate, the caterers, you know, do a fantastic job, and everyone is wanting that day to go so right. And it makes us feel so special when the bride and groom and their family and everyone else are cheering, laughing, singing, whatever it may be in that room. It brings it alive. As far as staff are concerned, we are blessed, and I'm not just saying that lightly. We are blessed with the amount of great people we have working at Merrydale. But I do like the fact of sitting in those meetings and just getting the feel from those individuals. Are they passionate about what they do? Are they buying into this story? Because for me, when they're walking around with these couples and they're, you know, having the biggest day of their life here, that I want them to feel that, you know, these guys, it's all about in the heart, it's about the passion, it's about the drive, and having it 100%. And I won't settle for any less.
Step outside your door.
So this one.
Find yourself no one's here to laugh.
As far as accommodation, we can handle up to about 38. Well, can handle up to 38 people on site. We have 10 courtyard rooms, which are wrapped around the venue itself. All stone mullioned windows looking over the parkland, so they're fantastic. The house itself, we have 4 double rooms in the main house: autumn, winter, summer, spring.
You're caught in a maze, so put on your best shoes.
We have the 5 lodges, which are the other side of the lake. We put a bridge in that takes you across there on the golf buggy, or you can choose to walk across there. All done like Snowdrop, Bluebell, different names for them, but a real country feel to them.
Schedule your next trip. Make sure you go.
We own the pub in the village. Me and my wife have the dog at Peaver. The wedding job has actually complemented that because we have accommodation at the dog, and people who want to stop there the night before or whatever. Between the dog and Merrydale, we can handle about up to about 50 people.
Your clothes all on the ground. Breath for your side. Silence that precedes the storm.
I can't wait to see what the rest of our journey's got planned for us, and I'm so grateful to be with Emma. This is just a start, but I'll be here to the end. So just thank you all, yeah. Can we raise a glass to my beautiful wife? Thank you. To you both, it's worth bearing in mind, neither of you will be perfect, but you can be a perfect match for each other. A successful marriage is not about finding a person you can live with, but finding a partner you can't live without.
We have had some wild parties in here. A lot of people have different tastes in what they like. Some like bands, some like DJs, you know, some like solo singers, whatever it may be. But we have had some great parties in here.
The air is getting heavy to breathe. How are you pulling closer to me? Every detail burned into my mind. The stars in your eyes, the way you hold me like I was.
One good thing about Merrydale, and I suppose it's been more luck than judgment really, that the acoustics work so well. And we get some great feedback from the band saying that. We've had some people not wanting that band to switch off at 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. It's just rocking.
Keep the lullabies in the sun. Don't let our dreams be erased and come undone. Turn every second to ages, every minute to a lifetime. Don't fall asleep, be erased and come.
I would say that if you were thinking about getting married, and you felt that Merrydale was a contender, please come and have a look. We know we've got something special here. We've had some great feedback from families that have got married here. We strive to have nothing less than 100%, and we mean that sincerely. If you're going out of here without a smile on your face, that would be a sad day for us. This is a special place. We know it, we're proud of it. We've got some great people that work for us, and we just would love you to come and share your special time here with us.